back over to Steve Phillips over at Swan Financial. Johnny is about to buy a home. In this email, he says he has more than enough money for the down payment and closing costs. And Johnny asks, what happens if he makes a big purchase before closing? In other words, if you wanted to buy a car or some furniture. He says, why would it create a problem for me? He says, I have the money. Steve.
Yeah, well, so what you're doing is adding a new debt, and now the underwriters are going to have to go in and recalculate your new debt to income ratio with that new debt involved. And sometimes that new debt is enough to make a difference on whether or not you're going to keep that approval. I had a homeowner, it's been a while, but they went out and bought a whole house full of furniture in anticipation of their brand new home. And before closing, we realized, well, now they've got all this debt, and this new debt pushed their debt ratio up. They didn't qualify for their new home. They had all the new furniture. They just bought it. They didn't have the ability to return it, but they had no house to put it in.
So, Steve, we've seen this question come before us before. If, let's just take this example where this person bought this new furniture. If they return the furniture, is the damage already done? Can things be reversed so they can get the mortgage at this point?
Yeah, so if the company's going to take the furniture back, upon delivery, sometimes it's problematic. But as far as from the lender's perspective, if the debt is canceled, then yeah, they will look at it again. It's certainly going to at the least slow everything down exponentially, but overall, it can be overcome if the debt does get canceled in whatever way it does, paid it off or returned.
All right. So as we wrap up here, would you suggest then that if someone wants to buy furniture, go in, you can put a deposit down, you can maybe write it up, but just don't charge a credit card or take money out of a bank to pay for it before you get to the closing table? You say hi to Chuck, say hi to you, and you sign the paperwork. Then afterwards you could do it. Am I right?
I would even take it a step further and ask them not even to get their credit pulled. Sometimes that can have an impact up on the final numbers or the final approval, So it's best, we recommend them not to get credit pulled, don't do any big transactions, and, keep everything the same in regards to your debt to income threshold.
And there's another angle at that, Bob.
Yeah.
If they go and they commit themselves to that debt, don't have the credit pulled and all that, but they've committed themselves, there's actually a form in most packages that say, I have not incurred any new debt. Which again, it would be not a Class D felony, but a straight up felony to lie on that form. That's straight up mortgage fraud.
All right, so don't even commit. Don't go that far.
Don't commit. Yeah. I mean, just hold off. The furniture. There's going to be furniture available.
But I'm thinking if there's a sale and it's a great deal and you can get it now if you buy it before you walk out of the store. Listen, we've heard this before.
Yeah,
right?
I know, and I can't tell you how many. We deal with a lot of lenders, and some lenders are really, really picky and double check everything, and make you swear that literally swear that you have incurred no new debt. Mm-hmm. And the form typically goes, if yes, stop the closing right now. Yeah. There's another angle on this. I've actually seen at least several folks who tried to get out of a deal. They decided they didn't want to buy the house, but they had no legal grounds to break the contract. Of course, getting financing is one of the contingencies. So they went out and bought a brand new fancy car to completely screw up their debt to income ratio. Problem, you've got unclean hands here, so the sellers still could have come after them. But B, it didn't screw up the debt to income ratio enough. They were still able to get the loan.
Even with a car. All right.
Yeah.
We're out of time, folks. Our thanks to that voice, Chuck Crosby, the owner of the Crosby Law Offices. They do a great job of getting your loan closed at the closing table. They do wills and a variety of other things, including powers of attorney and foreclosure defense. Call Chuck and his group over at 499-6360. Steve Phillips Subbing in for Randy Rocky, who's on vacation over at Swan Financial. Did a great job, Steve. You can reach Steve. They shop your loan to get you the very best rate. You can reach Steve and Randy, 645-0736. And if you're thinking of selling your home now or in the future, I would love to be able to talk to you, to help you, give you the information. It's free. There's no obligation. We can talk as long as you want. I'll come out. It's me. And we talk about what the process is, what the home is worth. I can give you some suggestions if you want that on staging, or if you need repairs. I've got a list of vendors who will do a great job in terms of getting your repairs done for you. Things like that. Call me on my cell phone anytime, 502-376-5483. That's 376-LIVE. Or go to bobsellslouisville.com. Click on the information, submit, and then we'll call you immediately. And then for a free, no obligation computer analysis of what your home is worth, go to WeSellLouisville.com. We're out of time. See you next Sunday on News Radio 840 WHAS.